Have you ever seen such miserable new recruits? They were wearing leather shoes and had just finished running 10 kilometers on a gravel road. The instructor then took them to the bathroom for an alcohol bath. Although alcohol can disinfect, their feet were already bleeding, and the sting of the alcohol on open wounds was excruciating. The instructor required them to soak in the alcohol pool for 5 minutes before moving to another pool. Everyone had a serious expression, but in order to become a real Special Forces soldier, this man stepped forward first. The moment one foot entered the alcohol pool, the pain shot through his entire body. Even so, he endured the intense pain and stepped in with the other foot. Seeing this man succeed, another new recruit, who had always seen him as a rival, didn't want to be left behind. He shouted twice and then rushed towards the pool. Seeing the two take the lead, this new recruit also shouted to give himself courage. As soon as one foot entered the alcohol pool, he let out a scream. His painful expression was too much for his fellow soldiers to bear. With 3 people setting an example, the others no longer hesitated. They either went in or stayed out, but they all entered the pool. In the end, only a pilot was left. To save face for his unit, he roared to boost his morale, which startled the instructor beside him. Just as he was still hesitating, he was kicked into the alcohol pool by the instructor, starting a 5-minute countdown. At this moment, everyone in the alcohol pool endured the pain, but as long as they could become a real Special Forces soldier, anything was acceptable. After disinfection, they were not given time to rest but were immediately put back into training. The commanding officer first praised their previous performance and then required physical training. This exercise was beneficial for improving overall body stability and strength, but they did it until nightfall. In the end, all the new recruits were so exhausted that they collapsed on the grass. The reason the commanding officer did this was to push them to their limits. Seeing that no matter how many orders he gave, they couldn't get up, the instructor picked up a submachine gun and fired around them. When human life is threatened, it can unleash tremendous potential, and they stood up again. They thought the day's torturous training was over, but unexpectedly, the instructor had them stand at attention. Under such high-intensity training, someone finally collapsed. Collapsing meant that he could not become a Special Forces soldier. After the training ended, they returned to the dormitory, too exhausted even to put down their backpacks. But their training was not over. Do you think such harsh training is appropriate?